Hello, we're here at the Potomac Curling Club. We're broadcasting the second draw this night. It's supposed to start at 9:30. It's now 9:35. We're going to broadcast the game against between Connor Mulvey's rink and Mike Stefanik's rink. Mulvey is playing with red rocks and he has hammer, and Stefanik's playing with yellow rocks and he threw first. Now we're getting to the second rock. This is Scott Jacobson throwing. And that's just in the house, 12 foot. That's the way Connor usually calls the games. He likes putting rocks in the house, even first rocks. Stefanik's rock. Looks like they want to get near that red rock or at least hit it. Not a lot of weight, might just be a freeze on it or a tap back. Yellow into red promoted her own rock. No, promoted her opponent's rock.
One might not quite make it over.
Yeah, I think that's going to be hog. Yeah.
And it is.
Mike Stefanik is calling for Chuck Sr. to throw that rock and take out the red that's in the house.
He's got good line, good weight. Curling to the right. And he's going to hit it square.
Very nice shot and a little bit of a roll. Not enough to hide it behind the guard, but still in a good position. That's Dustin Jacobson's first throw. And looks like it's already on that guard. Didn't get to it, but that's pretty close there. Chuck Sr.'s second rock.
Make it over just barely.
enough to cause any problems. Yellow still has 2 in the house. And a chance to put the 3rd one if they can make it behind that guard.
That's a makeable shot.
Not really too hard, just has to make it around the guard and will be guarded by him. Very nice shot.
Very nice.
I was talking to Chuck Sr. before the game, and he told me that his son had not played this year yet. He just went out there and threw a few rocks before this game. Looks like it's working because he just got the fantastic shot there.
That's as good as they come. The ice call was perfect. Gets the shot, gets the rock buried.
And even buries the rock that it touched behind the other rock. So it's a pretty nice shot.
Chuck Skinner as aggressive on the curling ice as he is on the golf course.
Now for Tanya's first rock. Tanya's an excellent curler. Probably one of the best that plays here at Potomac. It's hanging a little bit too much there, so I don't know if she's going to get the roll that she needs.
So it'll fall just shy of the 8-foot. Might have a run back next shot. We'll see. We'll see if Chuck's able to guard that up.
Same thing.
Yeah, and that's the call, a 2 guard in front of the red rock so that it can't be easily promoted. And a nice guard there.
Excellent, excellent guard.
It's a little bit close there, so it might create some problems, but no, it's a good 2 guard.
Yeah. They might be able to nose it and run it back. I mean, that's a tight shot. Tight shot for Mulvey.
Well, yellow has 2 rocks in, and they have to do something.
Yeah.
Connor's looking at the cluster on the left, see if he can get the good lines there to promote something in. I think that's what he's thinking about because he put the broom really close,
there.
so that should be a heavy hit. There must be a line up there that we can't see from back here.
That is definitely a heavy rock.
Yep.
And what it ended up doing is replacing the yellow rock that was there with another yellow rock, so it's still 2 yellow.
Yes!
And Stefanik is either calling for a draw on the left side where there's still a gap, or just to close that gap with a guard so that Mulvey can put a rock through there.
Where is it? Yes, yes, yes.
The weight looks like a draw.
Looks a little slow. Might make it.
Take it. Yes.
And now there are 3 yellow rocks counting.
Might have been a little deeper than they wanted.
There is a good line up there. It's just that there's a guard in front of it, so that easy double that hits between the 2 rocks is not really feasible there. But at least they can get one of the 2. Taking a while for Tanya to look at the shot while Connor's already getting here to get the shot done. And Tanya's looking at the angles there to see how she can promote that red to do some damage, maybe with the last rock since they have hammer. It's going to be a pretty heavy hit there. Yeah, good double takeout weight there. Oh, it cleared up the guards and got the red really close to those yellows so that a nose hit on that red can get rid of 2 yellows and maybe count
Possibly.
for 1. And now, of course, Stefanik is calling for a guard right in front of that red so that it cannot be promoted into the 2 yellows.
Yes, sweep. All right, over and up.
What you can hear here is Gilad calling line on sheet C. He's vicing for an out-of-town team that was missing 1 player. That's good. And that guard went right where they wanted it, and it's perfect on sheet B. Protecting the 2 rocks that are closest to the button. So now Connor's got to make some awesome shot there to do something. There's a little bit of red that can be seen, but I don't think that he has the line that he needs to get to it.
Yes, hard.
I'm liking Mulvey taking another look at that that run back from the right side, but I don't think that's what he's not going to do that here.
Well, I think that Connor lets Tanya make the shot, call the shot when she's vicing. But I think that that's what they discussed earlier on. It's the red and the yellow, red into yellow into red into yellow. And it curled a little bit too much. And it looks like yellow managed to steal 3 here. Who is red and who is yellow on A?
I can't tell. I cannot tell.
They're not the local team, so we don't know the people, and they're not wearing name tags or anything. On sheet C, we have a score update. Webb with the red rocks scored 1 against Weldon with the yellow rocks. On sheet B, Stefanik's first rock goes slightly into the house. It's top of the 12-foot.
Where is it?
And the Mulvey rock is also very close. Mulvey's rock is also very close inside the house. Stefanik wants to promote his rock that's on the top 12 into the tee line.
Same weight there. Same weight.
That is a lot more. Sorry, that's a lot more.
It might stick out there on
I just wanted to play.
the left.
Not curling much back. Maybe he'll get the draw, but yeah, maybe he'll get the draw, but it's not tucking
He
behind.
wanted that center promote. He's not going to get that, but he's got another rock in the house.
Try running edge, push us wherever it's at. Take out, normal.
Mulvey's not worried about it.
He's going to go for the center takeout. Chance of a jam here.
Or a double.
Yeah, or it does. You know, high risk, high reward right here.
Looks like it crossed the nose already, so it's gonna take one of the two out. And a roll behind. That's a nice shot.
That's a, yeah, that is the best possible outcome right there.
Now Stefanik calling for a tap back. Yellow into red. It's not very heavy. It's just about hack to bumper. But they didn't sweep it at all. They got the red out and managed to get the yellow right behind the red guard.
Try to hit and roll on this way. Shove it up. Shove this one towards this one.
Curling out.
Normal.
Looks pretty heavy, but the line isn't very good. I think it's just going to flash that yellow.
It's gonna be just a bit outside.
Line is good.
Come down to it. Sit.
Great shot. Great. Curl. Yeah. Go on.
What's the call here? It looks like he wants one drawn behind that on the top of the house, but it's light. It's just going to be in front of
It's
it.
light. It's gonna probably freeze to the center rock. Maybe guard it.
It's a partial guard, but it's really close.
like that.
It definitely protects the shot rock.
Draw.
And makes Connor call a draw behind those two guards, which would be really well guarded if he can make it.
The 4 foot is still wide open, but it's an easy takeout for Team Stefanik.
No line, wait on it. Come on. Hurry. Come on, guys, come on. Whoa! Take it out! Yeah. Yep, now.
A little heavy.
Touch the back line.
And now it's Stefanik's turn to try to make that draw, and he has backing. Also behind the tee line, looks like it's going to be just on the red. And Connor trying that draw again. Now there's 2 for backing there.
Where? Close. Yep. Yep. Mine's a little tight. Hard. Yep. Yep. Hard.
Touch light's gonna crash
Come on,
into the
come on.
guard.
Oh! It was really close, and it could have gone around it with a little bit more weight.
Oh, just a tad more.
And Stefanik is calling a takeout on that and a roll inside.
Hit it on this side. Right back.
And he's got this one.
Got to get the angle just right to get the roll. He gets a partial roll there, not exactly where he wanted, but it's still a good shot. Very hard to take out. And now he's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Making life difficult for Connor Mulvey.
He knows this. I get a ball.
Oh, very interesting. He wants to nose one and maybe get 2 or 3 of those out. It's got to be very heavy hit.
All the way out.
Seems up.
Down.
Yeah.
Good. The line's real good. We'll try to drive it in. Up there's good.
The weight is there.
It's still hanging
Not
there.
gonna have the curl.
Well, a good outcome. Not exactly what he called, but now his rock is shot. The problem is it's open.
Yep. Whoa. What's that? Yeah. Any sport that.
Sit here. Sit. Okay, Mike.
Get on the line, guys. Get over.
Draw him here.
Get over. Let go. That's good. Show me where you want to hit. That's good. Let off. Good call. Yes.
Stefanik's first rock. Is he going for the hit there, or is he just trying to promote one or two of his?
I believe he's looking for that promote.
And that's a beautiful shot.
That is.
Too bad the red jammed in the back, otherwise he would have 5 in the house and no red to count.
As it is, he's sitting 1. But that 1 is going to be a lot harder for Mulvey to take out.
Yep, good, finish it. Yep. Actually, you want to come more neutral? Well, okay, all right, that's fine. Let's do that again.
So they're going to try and take that shot rock out, get it to clear the house.
At the good angle that doesn't jam behind, because otherwise it's still shot.
Absolutely.
It's curling a lot.
They have to hit it perfectly on the left
It's-
side. And
No, it just got a little closer and in front of their rock.
they could almost follow down now and take that red rock out.
If they get the nose hit on their own rock,
But-
they would take the red out and they would stay in the house with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rocks,
Looks like they're going for the nose hit instead of the draw.
just to promote back. Yeah, something like backline weight that you can throw your yellow into that red and move the red just behind a little bit.
Hey, guard is good here too.
And give Connor an easy shot if he can draw.
Well, what he's thinking, red's going to have the hammer. If he makes this shot, he takes the red out, and and the shot rock will be guarded for the hammer rock.
And it looks like backline weight.
Yes, yes.
And yellow into red. Now yellow has 1, 2,
3, 4.
4.
They are
That
sitting.
front one, the red outcounts that one in the front.
I'm pretty sure the red, I'm pretty sure
Now
you're
a lot
right.
of pressure. It's just an easy draw, but with 4 rocks counting, it makes it a lot harder.
Definitely.
Still down. Going the other way.
This looks like a heavy rock. It's curling back.
Now let's see if it will still outcount. It looks pretty heavy. Oh, just on the button. Look at that.
Oh,
In a
That
draw
was-
to the button competition, that's a 0. That's the best you can get.
absolutely. That is a
Perfect draw.
red is on the board.
They were forced to take only 1, and they took that 1 that they needed. Team Mulvey playing with Red Rocks. The lead is Scott Jacobson. The second is Dustin Jacobson. The third is Tanya Mulvey, who is also Scott and Dustin's sister.
Wow.
And the skip is Connor Mulvey, who is Tanya's husband.
All right, then.
Got plenty. Whoa,
And then the other team, the yellow team, it's Mike Stefanik's team. He's skipping his wife, Candice, I believe it's his wife, is lead. And on positions 2 and 3, we have Chuck Skinner and Chuck Skinner, father and son.
Well, how about that? Do you find it difficult when you're curling with your own sons?
Depends on the moment. When I'm not curling well, then it's harder to curl with them. When they're curling well, then it's easier for me.
A little bit less than that to get it right in the rings, which wasn't what we were trying that time. That's okay. So,
That one's going to go through the house.
So now red has a guard in the middle, a 2 guard, and is going to throw their second rock. They're trying to steal something here because they need the points.
It was interesting that second end, it seemed like Team Stefanik was playing aggressively again, going for the house. Team Mulvey had to try and match Stefanik's aggressiveness. Now the rocks through the house. Now it looks like Team Mulvey's able to set that pace again.
Well, but now they missed their second rock. They hogged it, so it's going to be a little harder. And Stefanik is calling looks like a draw on the outside instead of using that center line to their advantage. And I think it's going to go back and...
It's actually going to over curl. It's going to miss the guard. It's going to nudge it just a little bit. That is a legal hit.
As long as it doesn't take it out of play, that's legal. Now Connor's calling a draw behind the yellow guard there. Looks a little heavy for a...
Yeah, definitely.
It's a little up.
Might be back of house if it stays.
That's fine, right here.
Look, it stayed in and actually ended up being a guard that just hung out there.
So maybe it's just slowing down a little more.
Nice shot.
There was definitely a lot of curl on that one. More curl than we've been seeing from that side of the sheet.
And if you're looking for an update on the Sheet C game, Webb against Weldon, Webb scored 1 more on the second end, so now they're 2-0 for Webb on Sheet C.
And there's Stefanik with that first
Very nice biter there.
bite in the house. Looks like it has pretty good cover.
That's Dustin's rock going in. Again, it looks heavy, but we weren't exactly right in the first one. and they're sweeping and dragging it in. It just took a little bit piece of that yellow, and it's on the center line, just by the 8 foot, very well guarded. Interesting call by Stefanik. Looks like he wants to take out to move a lot of stuff there.
It's a tough line.
I really can't see that red from here, but he's very close to it. And Stefanik is hoarse.
It's going to crash
hard to hear
guard. That's going to go out of
He made
play.
a loud sweep call there. We were wondering if he's going to start calling his sweep or no sweep with hand gestures because he's getting very hoarse.
That works. Try to draw again. Top 4 foot.
Connor calling for a draw in the house on the center line, top of 4 foot. Looks a little wide, but it might be curling that much.
It's going to stay out there. Come back just a little
It was
bit.
wide and light, but it stays as a dart. Doesn't cover the shot rock, but there are other rocks covering it.
Might even be able to play that rock into the house.
A promote would work with that now. Mike's still trying. Looks like he's still calling for a hard hit on those guards up front.
I'd almost think Chuck has a peel attempt here, but no, they're gonna try and clear the mess up front.
Well, if he gets the angles just right, he can take the shot rock out as well. And that's exactly what he does.
Excellent.
Very nice double. Tanya's rock, the call is again a draw into the house.
Okay, let it back up first. Whoa.
Got to let it work a little bit.
Good
It's
curl.
gonna curl enough. Let's see if the weight's going to be right.
In that fast lane, it is out counting. It is definitely
Yes.
the shot rock.
But it's also out in the open. He didn't
Oh,
curl
yeah.
as much as he wanted.
Good spot for us. Good spot.
Now that looks like a little narrow. It's going to crash
It's
the
too
guard
narrow.
instead of hitting the rock that he wanted. And what's it going to do? Nothing else gets promoted into the house. Okay. Do no harm is better than anything else.
Right. That is a tough line.
If you can make your shot, just don't mess it up.
It's a tough line. It seems like there's a. If you're just to the right, you're getting more curl. If you're too far to the right, you're getting no curl.
Yeah.
And if you're right down the middle, you're not getting any curl.
Yeah, there's a point that you get a lot of curl there. We'll see if Connor found the sweet spot there that gets just the amount of curl that he wants. I think that his call would be to promote his rock in and stay with the guard in front of it. If he doesn't have hammer, he should go for a steal. The way he's positioned right now, he's very well poised for a steal.
And he's going just a little further to the right than Stefanik's last rock.
He can also get the little piece of his rock there and angle in. And he manages to split his rock that was shot, put it behind the guard, and roll his shooter behind another guard and count 1-2. Stefanik seems to favor the hard hits.
Yes! Hard! Hurry!
Switched handles this time. I think he's got it.
And a beautiful double. Just amazing
That
shot.
was terrific. That's as good as they come.
Help us back!
Looks like sitting with at least one, possibly two.
Yes! Hard line! Yeah! Hard! All the way!
Makes it a lot harder for Connor and Tanya. Now there are 2 yellow rocks in the house. The second one would be a measure at this point.
I mean, I definitely take a measurement on that one. It looks like red is second shot. I can't say for sure.
But he's going to try to draw behind those 2 and stay under cover and try to steal one.
Okay. I thought it was more.
Now that draw attempt, a little bit of sweeping there. Let's see if it will curl as much as he expects it to. Looks like it curled more than what he wanted, and he ended up pushing a yellow in.
Cut Stefanik down to 1.
See the whole thing? Same way.
Update on sheet C. Team Weldon from Orange County Curling Club scored 1 on the third end, and it's now 2-1 for Webb.
Okay, that is the draw! 21. Draw! Get it here. There you go. Help? There you go. Still down.
Now for Stefanik's last rock, it looks like it's a little bit heavy. He's
just
going
gonna
for that red around the corner.
Take that one out.
And that will,
He was hoping for the hit and roll.
that's 1 or 2. Okay,
I
they
think
got
that's-
into agreement. I think it was 2 yellow. We'll see how many they hang. From here, we couldn't really see.
Looked like 1. They did get 2.
Yeah.
It's 2 for yellow then, so it's a 4-1 for yellow after 3 ends. And red has hammer.
Yeah. Got a little more. That's good. That's good. Let me align.
Stefanik's first rock, Candace's first rock gets in the house, and Connor calls guard on the opposite side in front of the house.
This one's going to hog, unfortunately.
Do you think they can sweep through that line or no?
Maybe. It looks like it's picking up some speed.
It's like the over and up, and they got it
just
over.
barely. When that happens, you thank your sweepers.
Stefanik's calling a draw through that port just behind the guard that Red put up. Looks a little heavy, and it doesn't look like it's curling much. It looks like he's going to hit his own rock.
It's going to overcurl. It's going to curl past the rock. But you are right. It will.
But it's a little heavy.
It's going to be out of play.
Connor managed to sweep it through the house. So there's still 1 in the house.
Just over. Guard. Yeah. Well.
Mulvey's second rock just taps in front of the shot rock and kicks the other guard out to the outside where it there's nothing to protect it at this point, but they might be able to draw something behind.
They sense it slowing down.
Nice job, little girl.
Probably
Really nice shot.
Oh,
And it will hog.
that is hog. Do you think that was planned as a guard? Or it looked more like he wanted to draw another one inside?
I think he wanted to try and get a guard. I think he wanted to maybe plug that hole. He wanted to be right between those two.
And avoid having Connor score through there.
Because there is a draw still out there on the ice.
a little down. Yeah. Light. Yard. Nice shot.
And it's coming light again.
This one, they see it, so it's curling too far. It's not what they wanted. If it, I think they would have been fine with that one hogging, but they let us. They called off the sweep.
So it's 1 more to protect the shot rock, which is unfortunately not his rock. But there's still a lot to be played, and it's not very closed. It's just 2 rocks covering that.
A lot of curling left to go.
Yellow coming in with another light rock. It might be a biter.
This is exactly what they wanted. That shot rock is guarded, well guarded.
And makes a double highly unlikely, so Connor is going to call that draw again.
Yeah. Just over. Yeah. Keep it clean, guys. I don't get it. It's weak. All right, that line's still there.
Very nice
Wow.
draw. A little behind the tee line, but they managed to get it behind the guard, which was really good.
Excellent shot.
Nice and tight, Jackie. It's okay.
And that is a very narrow margin for Team Stefanik
Fine, but the guard's still
to try and outcount that. Hanging out there, it's curling back. Took a wider approach.
A nice rock, not a shot rock, but it's pretty nice and makes it harder for Connor to score more than one. Right. And it makes it dangerous if he wants to take that out, because he might end up taking his own out if it jams.
Absolutely.
He's still trying to get that out, but he needs a wider angle there to make it across the house and take it out and not leave his there. Leave his a little farther out so that he can promote it later or draw around it.
So he needs to get it perfectly on the right-hand side of the rock from your screen. This one's going to curl back.
That yellow.
6 inches, my feet, not yours. We're gonna figure it out as soon as we get off there.
Stefanik's calling for the run back.
An almost nose hit would get rid of that red. Just off the nose to the right of the screen.
Nose hit, although he doesn't really need to hit it. He's got the steal. But it looks like it's hanging out there. It's got to curl back. It's going to hit the guard.
I don't know why they were sweeping that. It would be more useful in front of the other yellow.
I think they realized once they knew they missed, they wanted to try at least make sure that guard was taken out.
Yeah.
But the door is wide open now. Mulvey's going to plug that hole.
I think he's still going for that takeout on one of those two rocks that went to the right. If he can get the right angle there, then he can stay with his own guard in front of it instead of having the opponent's guard.
Well, he's got more options this time.
That's not exactly what he called for, but it's not bad either.
But it makes a steal by Stefanik much more difficult. they're talking about how to get into the forefoot.
And it's the left side that hasn't been played much.
Yes, line. Have the weight. Just looking for T. Just T. Let go, let go. Yeah, line, yeah, line, yeah, line. Yeah. Let go.
They just want to be all the way in the forefoot.
All the way, all the way, all the way. All right, whoa.
With the broom right on the edge of the 8 foot, let's see where they can get this draw. If it doesn't curl early, it looks like it's a little heavy, so it's probably behind T. And let's see, it's not curling much either.
It looks like it's starting to pick up. The curl, well, no.
I think they need a little less than that. I would leave it in the back just so that we can follow them. They still have their own rock, which is a little bit easier to score with than trying a draw line that hasn't been really tested.
Yep, yeah, that line. Yep, oh, wait back. Yeah, as far as you can with the roll. Roll it, spread it.
So the call is to promote.
I think they're going for the takeout.
Straight takeout on that yellow.
I think they want a straight takeout, try and see if they can get back into this.
Just looking to touch the forefoot. Just touch the forefoot. Take a look, whoa, it's gotta move. It's gotta move. Whoa.
Or no, maybe they are going for the promote.
And it's not the perfect shot that they wanted it to be.
So Stefanik wants to be top right of the forefoot, out counting.
You like to hit? We're sitting second. I don't necessarily want to open it up. Whoa! If it's T-line, don't sweep. This is pretty good here. Yes.
Got a good line, looks a little heavy.
Well, he has the backing there, the back of the
He's got
forefoot.
the backing.
But yeah, it's a very nice shot. It's almost a freeze there.
Very nice. I think he wanted it. It's a little deep. I think he wanted to prevent the takeout.
Yeah.
Well, he forces Connor to go for one or do something really crazy here.
Sure, definitely.
So the discussion here, I think he's going for the crazy shot there. He thinks he can get the good double there if he can just skim off the one on the side, and then he can hit the other one. I don't know. I think it's going to still jam on the other one.
I think it's going to jam, and you end up only getting one anyway.
Yeah, he's going for the draw now. A heavy draw with backing. He knows that it's almost impossible to get that more than one here, so he's going for the one.
That's good. Thank you. That's okay. I cut my
got good line. Good weight.
They need to be in front of. Oh, it just crashed into the other red and gave up one.
Second thought, yes, right?
So it's one yellow there.
There you go. It's got some on. Whoa!
Anywhere inside this big rectangle would be great.
I don't know if everybody watching could hear that. That's not from this sheet, but someone said anywhere inside this big rectangle would be great, which is basically what we all try to do in one way or another.
Right. Yeah, you got sometimes just happy to get a rock in play. And this one's in the house.
And it's very close to the button there.
Mulvey's calling for the takeout.
I don't know if that's the best thing, but when it's so close to the button, it's a good idea at least to move it back if you can. Not sure if they want to really take it out and through the back line or leave it in the back as backing for. They need ends with lots of points. I guess that's not what the call was, and ended up being hogged.
Luckily, he was motioning for the takeout, but then, I don't know.
That was not takeout weight.
No.
If it's hogged, that's not takeout.
No, definitely not.
Now, Candace's second rock, I would call for a guard in front of the shot rock. And that's probably what Mike called for. Seems like it's slowed down for everybody.
Yeah.
And they're sweeping hard to get it in play.
This one will get in play.
They did get it in play, and it's a good guard. It's not perfect, but it's covering probably more than half of the rock.
Yep. Got it. Keep going. Do it. Keep going. Like a fighter. Nice sweep shot. Really like killing. Nice cardio.
Now for Scott's second rock.
Following it.
And a good draw, almost perfect freeze. Just tapped it back a little bit. Now it's red as shot. And Mike calls for a draw right in front of it. A very good idea. If you can hold them down to one, I think it's even better than scoring one at this point. Because it puts you in control of the even ends, so you have hammer on the even ends.
Right, exactly. Throw up another guard.
Now for Dustin's rock, I think that it's just a tap back there or a tap and roll. If you can make that shot, they might have two rocks counting there. At some point, they're going to end up having to move that rock behind them if they want to score 2 or 3.
this angle, it looks light, but who knows?
Might be just right.
Looks like it is. Looks like he's gonna get right in there.
And right now he has first rock, yellow is second, red is third. I think he needed a little bit more weight there.
They've got the jam. I mean, they've set up the jam there, but like
Yeah,
you
any
said,
heavy hit
they've
on
got
the
to
red.
get more than one.
Now yellow is trying to draw around the guards on the right side. It's curling back and it's already on the guard there. Still a long guard in front of all that cluster of rocks near the button. And now Connor getting more aggressive. He's calling for a backline weight to tap red into red, kick yellow out into the back. Chuck is signaling something for us here. I don't know what it means. Well, not exactly what he called, but now he's 1 and 2.
Yeah. And that's a firm 2.
Score update for sheet C if you're following. Webb scored one more with the Red Rocks, so it's 3-1 for Webb against Weldon, and now yellow has the hammer. Weldon has the hammer. Now we got Chuck Jr. throwing his rock on sheet B. Looks like he wants to hit hard on his own guard to open up that middle so that they can hit more stuff. Ended up putting a yellow rock right in front of it again.
Hit on that. Cut that left. No, cut the other side.
This side?
Yeah. Move it in a little bit. Yeah.
For Tanya's rock, the weight looks like around T. It's way less than T. It's going to be a guard.
More than last time?
This is a heavy rock.
Yeah, he wants to hit something out of the way.
Trying to clear this up, and he does.
That's a great shot. He manages to get the
Excellent
promote
shot.
double. Get
Sitting.
his rock in, hit both out, and now he is 1 and 2. Very nice shot by Mike Stefanik.
Where do you want to rock?
Connor calling for a hit on that shot rock. Tanya's going to deliver the rock. Hopefully she can take it out and roll to the right behind where the two guards are.
It's good weight, good line.
And it's still 1 and probably 2 for yellow. The second one would be, yeah, I think the second one's still yellow.
It looked still yellow.
This camera from above gives an impression that the red rock is a little closer than it is. I think the second one is still yellow. And the screams you're hearing are from sheet C.
Good sweeping. Good shot.
This is Mike Stefanik's first rock. And it looks like he wants to draw one behind there. If he can take a commanding lead, he might not have to play 8 ends. Ended up hitting a guard and rolling out a little bit. So the draw from the middle is still open there.
Yeah, he's calling for that run back.
Connor's first rock, and he's left a hack. Now it looks a little heavy.
I think he's got that run back.
He's got to get the angle just right for that. Looks like it's curling a little bit too much. Yeah. An unfortunate event. It curled too much, and he couldn't get the angle that he needed to hit the opponent's rock. Score update for sheet C. Red steals 2 in the 5th. Now the score is 5-1 for Red. And that's Webb's team playing against Weldon. still close to the center, and now
Second shot.
second shot, and yellow line 3. Connor's got to make this shot and score 1 if he wants to stay in the game.
Yeah, we got it. Girl. Girl. That's good. What's the point? Run.
Way outside too, maybe. Yes, yes!
He's got his draw.
All the way, guys, all the way.
Looks like the draw is right. He's gonna. He has backing, and he's gonna use it. No, he didn't have to use it, but he got his rock exactly where he wanted. A perfect draw. Unfortunately, it's just 1 point, and he needed more than that. Now the score is 6 for Stefanik, 2 for Mulvey, and Stefanik has the hammer for the 6th end.
What's the puck for?
No, it's good. We can straight throw or we can tap. Run.
Right in the center.
No, leave it. All right. Put the tap.
On the red?
Over and out, guys. Over and out.
Like back four.
The first rock from Scott Jacobson on Connor Mulvey's team is a 1 guard off to the side. Looks like Stefanik is trying to draw behind that guard.
Yeah. 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 Wait, no, up. No, it's gonna wreck. No. Give me a little more ice. Okay.
This is how we
And Candice Stefanik's rock hits Scott Jacobson's rock and pushes it to be like a 2 guard touching the center line.
Good enough up here, that's okay.
But Connor's hungry and he needs the point, so he's calling for a draw behind that guard.
Yes. Yes. Hey, yes.
Whoa, that's good.
It managed to pass right behind the guard, but I think it's too much weight that's going to go to the back of the house. It's a back 12 weight.
Get to the inside of this. The same way you just threw.
What do you think?
Right there. Yes, right where that no.
Looks like Mike Stefanik's call is for a draw through the gap between the 2 red rocks, but it's a little heavy and it looks like it's going to go through.
Yeah. It's definitely through.
I live in California.
Draw again.
Connor's call is again that draw into the button. T-line would be good. Top 4 would be good. Yeah, his call is for top 4. And if he can put it behind that guard, then it would be awesome for him.
Yes. Yes.
It's a little short, and it makes up for a guard at about the same height as the other guard. It protects the shot rock a little more, but he needs the points. He needed that in the house. Stefanik is calling for a takeout on the rock that was just thrown. If he can get the angle just right, he might be able to get both.
I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's got the line for the double. Now it's over.
But
curling.
he's hitting the back one.
Yeah.
So he took out one of them.
And this one's going to go
Managed to roll his shooter out, almost outside. It's still in play. It's just a tripping hazard. Okay, Connor, what's your shot? It's a draw, now trying from the other side. Looks a little narrow there. Let's see where it will end up.
Point's good, Marcelline.
Yeah. Line's fine, line's getting tight. Yep.
It's also a little light, so I don't think it's going to make house, but it's going to get pretty close. At least it guards the shot rock. Not by much.
Not by much, no. It's
And
the shot is there.
Mike Stefanik is looking down at that to see if he can hit it, and he's going to try to go around and hit it.
Move them in the front. Yeah. Open it up. Yeah.
That's fine too. Take guards out. With the right angles, he can get both out.
And he opened things up a bit.
Which forces Connor to put a biter in front of his shot rock, which is not shot by much. It's just a back 12 rock. But if he can put one in the front there, then he can push it in with his next one, and maybe he can get 2 or 3 there. He's dire need to score multiples here.
Yeah.
And you've got to wonder if Team Stefanik knew that and didn't just go for the draw right there.
Where is the time? Yep. Line. Yep.
Look at the guard.
It's curling a lot. It's not guarding the shot rock anymore, so it would be a good idea if he could get the bite from it, but it's still like a 1.5 guard. It's right in front of the other guard that he has, but the lineup is not very good to get any points out of those. Stefanik is going for the draw, drawing to the T line at the edge of the 8-foot, or he's also looking at a few different opportunities there. Let's see. The final call is for a draw behind a couple of guards, the red guards that are up front. Calls for sweeping both on sheet B and sheet C.
It's going to be buried.
Curls enough, it's buried, Connor is sweeping it, but it's not enough, so
Squarely in the 8-foot.
it's still a yellow shot. Stefanik's team is playing very nicely tonight. They haven't missed hardly any shots. And there were a few shots that they made that were really awesome shots that really changed the outcome, especially those doubles that they got in a couple of ends before these.
Got bunches more weight. Whoa.
Yep.
Tanya's rock's got to cross the house and at least outcount the shot rock.
Bite, but
Yeah, it's just not enough weight to outcount that yellow.
Sweep it, guys! Sweep it! Sweep it! Sweep it! Sweep it! That's good, Eric. Let go.
Do you know what Stefanik called there? Is it a draw?
I think he just wants to plug that hole. But it looks like he's looking for that takeout.
It's on the guards already.
At first he motioned just to have a guard, but then I think he was going for that takeout.
But he doesn't leave any easy shots for Connor. All of Connor's shots have been very difficult ones.
Line's looking good. Let it move. Yes, yes! Hurry! Whoa! Whoa! That was good. All right. Don't mind a fighter. Nice throw, Jack. Good way.
Connor's first rock, it's coming over. It might be a good promote there unless it hits the front guard. It didn't hit the front guard, it hit the back guard. It's just a beautiful promote.
Perfect.
But still, there's still that nagging issue that he needs points and he's not getting them. When he gets points, it's only one.
Capacity crowd in the warm room really appreciated that last shot.
Big, right? I like when they call them lazy.
Now Stefanik's trying to clear those guards up front so that he can hit the shot rock with his last shot.
Up,
Very heavy
yes!
shot.
All the way.
The shot is gonna. The shot might be there. I think he wishes he had taken that second guard out as well.
Yeah, he was trying to go for a double there. It was very, very heavy. And the rock even almost turned on its side when it came out. Left some ugly marks on the ice, but hey, that's the game.
Now, if you're Mulvey, you take that yellow rock out.
That's one option. The other one is to promote another one in, or just to draw in. I think that the draw with weight, that you can hit it out and just roll behind the other two would be the ideal situation there.
Sorry, it's that hard side.
Coming in looking a little light. And on the guard already.
Still biting. Well,
yeah, but that's his last shot, and there's no way that will count. He's just protecting the 1 point that he already has, and he couldn't get it to be the second shot. Now Stefanik is looking at the options to be able to score on this end. I would give up the 1 gladly with the margin that he has. It's still a pretty safe bet to give up 1.
Yeah, you got to sandbag a little.
that margin is shrinking.
What's the score now?
It's 6-2.
So it would be 6-3
It'd be
with hammer
6-3
and 2
with-
ends to play.
Great shot on that one. Right where we need it. Right behind that guard.
Looks like he's talking about taking a chance and trying to tap.
To get the double with
Get the double.
middle one.
Try to get the middle one in there.
Yeah,
and
but
see-
it's a hard double because if you get the natural double there would just jam the shot rock into your own rock.
Yeah.
And that's not what you want because then you give up 3 or 4. I'd say let them take the 1. Try to draw somehow. I
Yeah.
don't think there's a draw either.
It's a narrow.
You don't want to play that.
Five. Yes.
Other possibility, you could maybe promote that card that's way out there.
Oh,
See
they're
what
looking at the
happens.
angle in.
Now that one I don't think is as feasible.
Really?
Oh, it's worth a try. You're already giving up 1.
Yeah.
So either you just throw it or hog it, or you try for an interesting shot that you might make 1 out of 20. But it's worth a try. I just don't know exactly how the ice is going to behave out there, if it's going to curl at all. And we hear the bell. I think that means finish this end and play 1 more.
Well, all right.
So we're going to have to stop at 7 ends at this game.
Yes, yes, yes! Yes! Up, 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 up. Whoa!
There's more.
And red takes 1. So they go to the 7th and final end. Losing by 3, they have to steal 3 for a tie. A very difficult proposition here.
Did they come back?
Derek was on the groove on his.
And Connor and Tanya and Dustin and Scott are convening there. And it looks like they're going to play 1 more.
Yep. Yeah, yes. Yeah, hard. Hard. Wet, hard roll.
Nice shot.
We're going to have Scott throw his first rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Full weight.
Center guard.
Shot that you did last time. Try to draw around.
Yeah. Take it. But not the license.
Yeah. Up here's okay too.
Mulvey starts off with their guard.
It would be good for Stefanik if Candace's rock goes into the house, but it looks like it's going to be just short there. Maybe a freeze on the rock that was just thrown. Just in front of it. Scott's second rock. Pretty wide ice call. And Tanya's saying it's going to be a 2, so a 2 guard wouldn't be very good for them if they need to steal 3.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! That's fine. I don't care.
That's another guard.
Mike Stefanik's call for Candace is to throw T-line weight.
You're so dangerous. Try to throw. I need help. Guard. Long guard. Control.
It's gonna bite.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna throw like a 2.
Line's good. Wait. It looks heavier now. I want it to crash. I want it to hit.
Oh, for Dustin's shot.
That's a great shot, Patty.
Light.
That's hot.
It is.
Chuck Skinner's first one. Now, ever since I've known Chuck, he's always curled in shorts. I don't think I've seen the man with long pants ever.
I do not understand the shorts, but people do it. The ice is cold.
Well, I don't understand the kilt either, but people do that also. And a good shot for Chuck.
Excellent
he managed
shot.
to take out the red,
Takes out the red.
diminishing the chance of letting Mulvey score 3. And again, Team Mulvey is having a lot of difficulty getting rocks in the house. Stefanik calls for a T-line throw to promote one of the yellow rocks into the circles. Calls is sweeping for line. Looks like it's going to curl too much. Then he's calling so that they can stay straight for longer and hopefully promote his rock. And you can hear the clack that it makes, and it's a perfect shot. Just very, very nice. Connor calls a shot for Tanya that has to run back the yellow, hopefully get the double. It's a long double. They're playing out of desperation now, and it doesn't look good for Mulvey. It looks very good for Mike Stefanik.
I think that last shot was definitely a nail in the coffin.
And looks like it's still too wide. It's going to take out the guard. Ends up promoting another yellow into the house, but he can sweep that one out and leave just one. Now for Chuck Skinner Jr., Mike Stefanik is calling a guard, an excellent choice that protects his shot rock, protects the asset that he has in the house, and probably seals the game, as there's not going to be enough rocks to be able to score 3 after Tanya's next shot. If indeed this is the last end, which I believe it is. If they had played a little bit faster, then they might have been able to finish the 8th end. But there are days that you can play 12 ends and you can't score at all. So it seems like a good game. Right now it's 6-3. Not too bad. But it's really hard to pick up those 3, especially if you don't have hammer.
No, overall, it was a good game for both teams.
Yes. I think that Connor was hoping to make a few more of the shots that they missed. And in reality, Mike Stefanik's team has not missed much at all. They might have missed 1 or 2 shots the whole game. And plus, they made very, very difficult shots that they had long promotes to double out the opponent, and they managed to make those crucial shots that can win or lose a game.
Don't be late. Big shot, eh? Yeah.
Mike's calling for another guard to protect the shot rock.
Got his guard. And a little bit of a biter.
And a very nice guard. That forces Connor to go for the double, which is a pretty difficult double to score. Either the double, or if he thinks he can go through that gap, but I don't think that he can hit the yellow that's shot by going around the other yellow. I think that the other guards are protecting that. So there's really just one shot, and it's the straight back, run back. But you really want your rock to stay there as a biter. And a heavy throw for that double takeout. If the angles are just right, he might still be in the house, and he might be able to get both out. It did not work itself out. It ended up hitting a guard and going out of play.
Normal. Yeah.
Yep.
I think he's going to go for the takeout.
What's he trying to take out? The red rock that's in the
Might
house?
be looking to take out that red rock. Nah, it's going to be a guard.
Well, basically, if this is the last end, this game's over.
Hurry! Take him out! You want the same turn? Yeah, same line.
And
the
they're
guard.
shaking. So it's a win for Mike Stefanik over Connor Mulvey. An update on sheet C. We have Webb from Pittsburgh and 2 of his friends from Canada, plus Gilad from Potomac Curling Club. They are winning against the Weldon team from Orange County, California. The score right now is 9-2. And on sheet B, they actually shook, and they're bringing the rocks back.
So we're now switching over to our bonus coverage, Sheet A. Where Team Buffington against Team Turner.
After 7 ends, the Red Rocks has 4 points. The Yellow Rocks team has, I can't see right now, there's someone in front of it. The problem is we don't know who's Buffington and who's Turner. So we're going to call them Red Rocks and Yellow Rocks.
Here?
We want it to end up there.
Okay, you want it here.
Okay, Buffington is Yellow Rocks. They're winning right now. They have what seems like at least 6 points against 4. It might be 7.
I think
Eight.
It's
8-4.
8-4.
8-4 for Yellow Rocks. That's Buffington.
Buffington.
And they're hitting the Red Rocks enough that they can control this game, and pretty soon it's going to be final here. It doesn't look like Red has much of a chance to get 4 rocks in the house to tie this game. But we'll stay with us as we continue the broadcast, and hopefully they will get some interesting shots here. That looks like the guard is coming up, and
Bite, but it's
unfortunately
through
it
the house.
goes through the house and out.
C plus
Now Buffington's calling for what looks like a guard in front of his shot rock.
All right. Yep. Try this freeze.
It's a guard. It's pretty much lined up, but it's a high guard. It's a 1.5, maybe 2 guard. It protects it from a direct hit, but it doesn't change much.
Yeah. All the way.
Turner's still going to try to go between the yellow guard and the red guard to try to hit the shot rock. That's the red that's on the red rings.
They're going for that takeout.
It's going to promote the red rock in. And now they get 3 rocks in the house in pretty good position. It's just that they don't have the shot rock, but it's starting to look good for Turner.
They can take the shot rock out. They're sitting 4.
Buffington's trying to take one more red rock out. If you've ever curled at Potomac, you know that on sheet A, it's common for the rocks to curl into the wall, and that's exactly what happened. He probably calculated his ice based on what he knows about the sheet, but when it gets too close to the wall, it just keeps going and never comes back, and that's what happened.
Yeah, line. Whoa.
And here comes the red rock.
Nice shot.
Trying to get around the guard, and it's around the guard. Let's see if it will curl enough to tap that yellow back and out. Seems like it's still pretty close to the middle, not enough to take it completely out. But now there are 4 red rocks in the house. So 2 of them are in a pretty good position that is really hard to take out.
You know what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Get this. Wall. Probably not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Buffington is going for the takeout here.
Now it's coming back enough, but it doesn't really take it out. It's still an open game, and it might be possible for Red Rocks to score 4 and tie this. And on sheet C, the game is over. Webb beat Weldon. That's the Pittsburgh skip, beating the team from Orange County, California. Now we have sheet A still playing. Reds trying to score 4 points to tie. And on sheet D, we have the match between Carubia and Roberts. And we can't really see the score from here. We see that Red Rocks has 3 points, and Yellow Rocks has probably 7 or 8 there. They're playing their 7th and less than. Now for Turner's Rock on sheet A, really needs to take that yellow out of play at this point. It looks pretty light. It looks like a guard. Doesn't look like there is enough weight to bring it all the way into the house. It's a 2 guard. That's not very helpful for him.
Yeah, yellow is out counting 2 of the 4 rocks that Turner would need to tie this match up. So it's definitely unlikely we're going to see 4 here in this set.
Now, if you're Buffington, what would you do now? Would you go and take out some of the reds, or would you just protect your shot rock?
I'd protect the shot rock. I wouldn't go for the takeout. I wouldn't try and, you know, both of the 2 rocks you have in the house can't be taken out. So you go ahead and just throw up that guard.
And that's what he's signaling there, that he wants another. All the way outside, you never know what's going to happen there. It might just stay out and never come back, which gives red a chance to hit that yellow if they can get just the right shot. And if they can get the right shot, they can score 5 and win this game and completely turn it over.
And that's a good guard.
That's in the house and very, very hard to hit. It's a freeze. It's a perfect shot. There's no way to take that out now. That pretty much seals the game with 1 rock. 1 rock to play or 3 rocks to play there?
There is red. Red has 1 left. Yellow has the hammer.
Okay, so red has to steal, and it's basically an impossible shot. You really have to come very, very, very heavy and take that at the corner of the rock and hope that it goes out enough, but there isn't any energy that will keep the rock there in place. This is even better than the guard that we were talking about. So they're calling an angle in from the red that's outside. That would kick the red into the yellow, take that yellow out. The shooter would come across and hopefully be able to move the 2 yellows. This would be an awesome shot if somebody could pull it.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it's a little bit too late for that.
This would be worth streaming online if they could pull this off.
I think it would need more weight than what they threw.
Well, you're not going to be able to take the 2 yellows out with that weight. So there you go.
They managed to take the end.
Wonderful shot.
They didn't take the game.
It was an excellent, excellent shot, but it is not enough.
A beautiful shot.
But
not enough to win the game. But at least to say, hey, I'm here. I know how to play this game, and I can make these shots. Now he's a very serious contender for the second event. And we're going to wrap this up. The game on D is almost over. It's the last rock that's going to be thrown for yellow. They already have a lead of 4 points, and I don't think that red has enough points in the house to outcount them. I would just throw that in the gutter.
Red is sitting 1 over on sheet D. Yellow has 2 in the forefoot.
And that's the last rock to be thrown tonight.
That is it.
Finishes the game on D. The game on A is over. The game on B is over. The game on C is over. And now the game on D is over. And we wrap up our broadcast of Friday night's curling here at the Potomac Curling Club. Please tune in and so that you can watch some of the amazing games that are going to take place tomorrow, Friday, and Friday all day long. Friday in the evening there are games, and then we have more games on Saturday and the finals on Sunday. Thank you very much for following us, and see you next time.